Spider-Man versus Midoriya, aka Deku. Who doesn't love me? No Deku. Wait. But anyways, yes. I am going with sadly Spider-Man. I want to go for Deku. But Deku just don't have the stats for him. Plus of that, and also was his Spider-Man Spidey sense. Tongue twister. But yeah, his Spidey sense will actually help him a ton. Plus, either way, I believe now he's like around city level, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, let's get on with this video right now. Oh, sorry. Now.
Superheroes, who doesn't love them? Superheroes are always
people who hate them.
The creatures of the evil and fight against evil to protect the world. They do this for, some of them do this for vengeance, some of them do this because they think it's the right thing to do. Well, that's what they mostly do.
Some people do it for fun.
And one of these heroes are huge protectors from evil, as already said, and evil cannot triumph against. And today's two fighters rose up from the bottom to become the top of the best heroes they could. And I'm of course talking about Peter Parker, aka the Spider-Man, and Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku, the hero of Class 1A. And here today, I'm here to tell you who I think would win if these two characters were to collide.
I hate that Spider-Man, sorry. Sora Spider, you're gonna get my respect already. You put Ben 10 in the intro.
Once Peter Parker was just a regular boy on a field trip one day, when all of a sudden he was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Why is that there in the bottom left corner?
Yeah, don't ask what the chances of coming across a radioactive spider in a museum is, or a science lab, or whatever it was.
God damn it!
Yeah, but several hours later, Peter Parker had realized that this had given him spider-like abilities, and with these powers, Peter Parker then signed up for a wrestling match, where he was unfortunately stitched by the man who was supposed to give him the money after he won. Everyone was rooting against him, and yeah, it's quite a sad origin. But as everyone knows, then when the robber who stole the money Peter was supposed to get for winning the wrestling match, this robber then went on to shoot his Uncle Ben.
How from the radioactive spider, and his uncle died because he didn't take his job seriously.
The robber and caused Spider-Man 3 to have bad writing, and because they decided to introduce Spider-Man and pin it on him. Anyways, back into Spider-Man's abilities and stuff like that. Spider-Man, with his new powers, began to swing around and protect the streets of New York from the clutches of evil. And Spider-Man does this from some extraordinary powers, such as his web shooters, which he made himself, his spider sense, which is an alarm-like ability, which gives Peter detectance and omnipresence of his surroundings, so he knows whenever he's in trouble. This acts like an alarm.
Oh, this is the old Spidey song.
Okay. When there's a projectile or just melee attack coming his way. But it's up to Peter. However, it is up to Peter to realize that he is in danger. Because if he does not think he is in danger, then the spider sense can be tricked and he can be overtaxed by a foe faster than him. Some of the smaller things Spider-Man gained from the bug bite are again superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman durability, spider sense, which I've mentioned before. He's able to run over 200 miles per hour and take a goddamn fucking grenade to the face. And he's able to attack. He's fast enough to attack Quicksilver as well. There's never enough mentions of attacking Quicksilver. Spider-Man is also a master martial artist, and he can even go head-to-head with some of the stronger beings in the Marvel Universe has to offer, without looking, as the spider sense acts like a warning signal for him. But however, it can be outpaced by an opponent if they're faster than him, which I have already said. But I feel like it is necessary to bring up once again. Spider-Man is also able to casually dodge lasers, fight against undefeated characters like Captain America and Deadpool. He's able to stagger the Incredible Hulk. The dude even survived a freaking nuke. Holy shit. He survived point-blank missiles, which were going to destroy the goddamn city. He's tagged Quicksilver, and Quicksilver is fast enough to outrun radio waves. But let's not forget the radio waves move at FTL speeds. So we need to remember when Spider-Man staggers the Incredible Hulk. Hulk was not at his full power, of course. This would otherwise be seen as a major ally, and he has tagged baseline. He's tagged baseline Hulk, which again is around town level to city level power. With a punch, he can send Venom ripping through a fucking street as well. Point blank range. Holy shit. And some quick recaps of what we've just been over. For example, Peter Parker has actually been able to stagger Savage Hulk, but this was when the Incredible Hulk he was not fully enraged, so it was not logical to say this makes Spider-Man solar system level, because it would again be a major ally, and the Incredible Hulk wasn't more of his baseline state. But more important thing to keep in mind is even Savage Hulk, while not pissed off, can casually rip off nuclear bomb-proof doors and rip them apart like nothing. So it's safe to say Spider-Man can stagger somebody that you can easily rip off nuclear bomb-proof doors casually, while not needing to be angry. This makes sense because he can also damage Luke Cage, and this is somewhat comparable to Luke Cage. Luke Cage himself survived a nuclear bomb. He's slightly weaker than Luke Cage, however, but nonetheless still comparable. He is also stronger than Deadpool, who is consistently shown multi-suit block to small town levels showings in his own right, and yet Peter Parker is stronger than him. Peter has actually managed to survive a point-blank missile explosion from close range. Being this durable makes sense because, again, he is roughly compared to Luke Cage, who survived a nuclear bomb. So Peter surviving this missile explosion does make sense. He has consistently reacted and dodged pure light speed attacks on several occasions, and kept up with other characters who have done the same thing on several occasions, such as Deadpool and Wolverine. And if we know anything about Wolverine, that his speed reactions he can scale to the Beast, who has nanosecond reactions. Peter, along with Deadpool and Wolverine, have all dodged Cyclops' optic blast, and this has been confirmed more than once in comics to be the speed of light, and he has consistently dodged other pure light speed attacks as well. And this is consistent, very consistent. Plus it has power scaling to back it up as well, not to mention the fact he has embarrassed members of the X-Men before. Some of them, like Beast and Wolverine, can react in nanoseconds. Also, normal swords are unable to cut through Spider-Man's webbing. It took one of Deadpool's special swords to cut through his webbing, and his webs have withstood the fire of a pissed-off Human Torch before. And if we know about anything about the Human Torch, is that when he's pissed off, he can strike the multi-continental levels of strength, making Spider-Man's web really goddamn strong.
Damn.
Some of the stuff Spider-Man can do is damage Luke Cage, and his webbing are probably his primary weapons in social combat, including his martial art of the way of the spider, and Spider-Man uses his webs in many ways. For example, in the past, Spider-Man has electrified his web shooters, and he can use these to tase and electrify his opponents. He can make shields. These shields are also able to take blast from a pissed-off Human Torch, as mentioned several times already. Because this is just extremely fucking ridiculous and extremely consistent. And this is a serious good side to have in a fight. But Spider-Man isn't perfect either. He is still quite young, as he's only a teenager, and well, he's extremely cocky, which can sometimes get him.
It's classic Spider-Man. What do you expect?
To let his guard down, but even with these flaws, it'll take a lot to take down the spectacular Spider-Man.
Yes! Far From Home is coming. I have not seen it, nor spoil it. I will buy it.
Okay, Spider-Man! Don't flip! Yeah! Not bad!
So you do flip that.
In a world where everyone in the world can be born with a superpower, these would be known as quirks.
Information about Ghost
One
National.
superpower that people are born with, and some have really dumb quirks, like the stretchy fingers guy and the guy whose quirk is literal diabetes weaponized. And in this world, 20% of them are born without.
You made it sound so
born
bad. Actually,
without powers in a world literally made for having powers. And this fighter is able to relate this, and his name is Izuku Midoriya. Well, this would not always be the case for young Izuku, however, but later on he met his idol, All Might, who then gave Izuku's quirk known as One for All for One, all for one quirk. It works like a combination of stockpiling power and defeating all for one, yada yada yada. And how did Izuku gain this quirk? By eating a piece of All Might's hair?
No.
Yeah, Sensei guy, are you sure this is the right origin story? Yes. So I'm not just reading a piece. I'm not just reading a freaking 47-year-old fan fiction here. Okay. So apparently this is actually Izuku's story. But anyway, let's get on to small stuff. One for All gives Izuku a huge buff when it comes to his power and speed.
The only thing with versus being with Deku is that basically his strongest feat requires him to break his bones, so that's the only thing that sucks.
He's now accomplished the feat of destroying Todoroki's ice, and this ice is blue ice, and if we know anything about blue ice, folks, it's the hardest kind of ice, which just makes this more impressive that Izuku managed to accomplish this. This ice was also the size of an extremely large city block, making this a multi-city block plus feat. His next move is the Detroit Smash, where Izuku focuses the one for all energy into his arm to do more damage to an opponent. Also, when Izuku starts his hero test, he was already able to one-shot a robot twice the size of a large building. But at the time, this did damage to his arm greatly, however, and it was hard for him to control. This issue is not
still kind of is, but he learned how to.
Instead of using One for All in just one part of his body, he focuses it into multiple parts of his body, such as both of his arms and both of his legs.
So basically, when you think about it, he's at least using 20% without it breaking
seemed to work out
or hurting him as bad.
And to use his strongest and most powerful attacks, he would have to reach that power percentage first.
Wait! With that shot right there, make his hair black.
And if he uses all of his power and it does not end the target, it leaves him extremely wide open and vulnerable, and he's finished right after he pulls off the attack. And afterwards, and his other form, this form boosts Izuku's speed and strength. It may not be his full power, but it's the amount he can exert to.
No, it doesn't really boost up strength, because shown with a muscular with 5%, it didn't really do much.
1,000,000% Detroit Smash. However, this does not make him 1,000,000 times stronger, as that would be a name fallacy. But this does, like most of his stronger attacks, this does cost him the use of his arms after using it. Izuku's hero costume is designed well, such as his arms and legs in the costume being designed to protect said limbs for longer and give.
I swear to God, that's a fucking spoiler, fucker.
Percentage and time to talk about his new feats. He has defeated Muscular and been able to keep up with Stain. He even lifted the muscle from All Might before, and this. At the start of his training, he moved an entire beach full of trash within 10 months, and he's faster than Mach 30, as he's able to react to the explosions and the stuff that causes explosions, which is contained within Bakuga's sweat. Izuku does have a few weaknesses too, however, which have pretty much already been mentioned briefly already.
His limbs can be broken. Once his limbs are broken, it's going to be used strong and smooth. That means it doesn't
only
kill
use a small
enemy.
amount of the quirk's true power. A common misconception is that Izuku's current body holds off OFA, but as he gets stronger, he can use more of the quirk's true power.
No.
In the entrance exam, while he uses
his
current One for All power, Izuku was able to destroy a massive robot that could tower.
So, the one thing that I did notice, well, like he said, people does they get the wrong information about Deku's body. So basically, with Deku's body, or probably he is gonna mention this or something, but in season in season 3, once they were training their body to enhance their quirks, Deku didn't do that, or at least on screen that I'm fully aware of. Basically, he didn't try to boost up like how far he can use full cowl until like the last 2 episodes, or the last 2 or 3 episodes of season 3. He decides to use full cowl 8%, where in the final exam arc, or not arc, or when they're trying, or the training arc where they're training their quirk, he didn't do anything. He didn't try to boost up his full cowl by anything. He still used 5%, and that's also shown with the next episode when he's fighting Muscular. So yeah, let's get back into it now.
Over buildings and crush them with ease. He one-shot this robot, which would require multiple building levels of power. While for the rest of the season, Izuku doesn't get that much more. Season 2 buffs him a lot. In Season 2, Izuku, while using 100%, could easily destroy Todoroki's massive ice wall.
Again, yeah.
An ice wall is the size of a massive Olympic stadium, and this is also the size of multiple city blocks. He also gained access to 5% of the full cowl, which he was able to easily keep up with non-risk character versus Ida, however the hell you pronounce this guy's name, and other characters slightly faster like Stain, which is more important as a casual Ida blitzed Ibera, who could pop a point like
Ida basically fought Stain, and Deku fought Stain, and Stain fought Ida, and where Ida is faster than Kaminari Ice, Kaminari Electricity, and because Kaminari fought that one girl, I'm going to call her Poison Ivy for now, DC, but basically a rip-off of Poison Ivy, who reacted to that, and you know what I'm saying.
Whose cloak makes him shoot beams of light, which is confirmed by the author. 5% Izuku could also save someone from a fire blast from Todoroki. Izuku was several feet away and the fire was inches from the victim's face, and Izuku grabbed them and got them out of the way before the fire landed. Bear in mind that Todoroki himself is relativistic to FTL, and Izuku blitzed one of his attacks with 5%. As for strength and durability, 5% of full cowl Izuku could do damage and take hits from Bakuya, whose casual explosions can destroy glass of buildings. And a long distance and have been called to building level. Hugo take the same, who stole his cloak, yet a hit from 5%, Izuku nearly knocked him out. He also took hits from casual All Might this suppressed All Might could destroy city blocks with the air pressure from his punches, and Izuku took several hits from this All Might. And some summaries that at 5% Izuku's power is around multi-building, he has relativistic speed, multi-city block durability. In 8% his stats are he has again still multi-city block in attack power, but then we go all the way up to 100%. We go all the way up to 100%, where his attack power can reach around small city levels of power.
Bullshit.
This does require focus and
I don't know if it is edge.
However, but with these flaws, Izuku Midoriya will become the true hero of Class 1A. But how will he face against Spider-Man? Let's find out.
Young hero faces, alright. Why do you keep thinking this one is you run the first one when you fight One for All? Animation. Come on. There we go. Damn, Spider-Man's huge. Dang, I didn't even get to read that.
Triumph or die!
see. That little girl's in the back. Yes, fuck.
God fucking damn it, another anime loss!
God damn it. Again.
Why? Anyways, back on track. Our winner is Spider-Man, and allow me to explain why. Yes,
Right.
it's true. Izuku could have reached the city level at his true power, but there is some huge flaws with this. However, in a fight like this, one, this would take far too long for him to reach because this is his 100% power, which he never ever starts right off with. So that's kind of out the question already. Plus, it's not exactly going to kill Spider-Man. He can definitely hurt Spider-Man, but he would never be able to kill Spider-Man. The only thing Izuku could really do is equal, like even with his city level arguments, he could only ever equal Spider-Man in attack power, whereas Spider-Man's already at city level at the start of the fight. So yeah, the city level arguments of being able to kill Spider-Man has kind of gone out the window there. And plus, it's arguable to even say Izuku could even land a single hit on Spider-Man.
Yeah, because with Spidey sense.
Way too fast for him to actually land a hit on.
Cannot counter Spider-Man's Spidey sense. Get blitzes.
Spider-Man goes a step above him, having faster than light reactions and even nanosecond reaction speeds, as he's able to outpace and fight against people like Wolverine and Deadpool who have dodged. They have also dodged Cyclops' optic blast, which is
Cyclops optic blast.
Move at faster than light speeds. So this means Spider-Man's able to dominate fighters with faster than light reaction speeds, and Spider-Man himself could scale to beast reaction time for scaling to Wolverine. But that's kind of abusing scaling a little bit. Even without that, he's still faster than Deku and able to blitz. And again, Izuku's full power does cost him the use of his limbs. If Spider-Man were to use his web shield, Izuku could not break, as characters who were clearly above Izuku, such as Deadpool and a pissed off Human Torch, can't even do no damage towards Spider-Man's webbing. And so it's pretty much going to be impossible for Izuku to try and break.
Yeah.
Izuku really could be seen as a simplifier in this situation. If Spider-Man manages to wrap him up in webs, he certainly could. It's an instant game over for Izuku.
Yeah.
Because not only is Izuku too weak to actually break free from the web, but Spider-Man is smart and would know to wait for the perfect opportunity to unleash the killing blow. Spider-Man is definitely strong enough to pierce through Deku's durability, but as said before, it's fair to note Izuku would be able to damage Spider-Man at his full power. But the problem again is, as said before, Spider-Man is far faster, as well as not only
far more durable, but either way,
but he had the advantage in experience as well. He may only be a teenager, but he's still been fighting for many more years than Deku has. And Spider-Man also outclassed Izuku in his arsenal as well. They both had a wide range of powers to use, but Spider-Man's were just more useful and more powerful.
Deku's more of a variety than powers.
Speed, durability, and all of that. He's able to take grenades to the face and stuff like this. Sure, Izuku can dodge explosions at Mach 30 and even reach up to relativistic.
Okay.
But this is nothing compared to Spidey. This really isn't nothing Spidey seen. This really isn't anything Spidey hasn't seen before. So in the end, it looks like Izuku got Delaware smashed into oblivion. The winner is Spider-Man.
Yep, which is Astro Boy versus Robot Boy. But yeah, without further ado, guys, please watch that like button. Phone, computer, tablet, wherever you can watch the video, punch that screen. Or Delaware, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel.